What is the same?
The same as the $668.66 that I make for both the township wages and the sewer wages, and then the $8,500 that I make for the summer tax collection.
Okay, that includes the sewer, then that's set by resolution?
No, it's the same resolution because it's all statutory duties.
Okay.
Okay, now, do we get them all?
No, yeah, you can call.
Okay. So, you have to.
Yes.
Yeah. Julie?
Yes.
And supported by Kristen? Yes. But now we got it all. George?
It can't be Kristen.
She did.
Oh, did you? Okay, yes.
All right, now, do we
Go ahead.
do this? George?
Yes.
Julie?
You already did me. It's you, you and Nancy.
Yes. Nancy and I, yes.
Resolution carries. I move by resolution, mine doesn't change either.
I'll support.
Okay.
Roll call.
So, George?
Yes.
Julie, yes.
Kristen? Nancy?
Yes.
Irene?
Resolution carries.
I make my resolution with trustees wage stays the same. I support.
Supported, roll call vote.
Kristen?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
Irene?
Resolution carries.
And the same for my clerk?
I'll support.
I say yes. Julie?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Kristen? Yes.
Resolution carries.
Finalize that, or is it finalize and go? Okay.
Sheriff's report. We actually got two.
Your raises and stuff, how come the public can't give you guys raises? Because I know for a fact, I've been here 10 years now, and I haven't seen you, you always say the same, and you never increased your pay. Since I've been here, now George, I know you had one, Eileen, I haven't paid close enough attention to you. I have to work with these two, Kristen's got a little one, but you never took one.
It can be done at the annual meeting in March.
Where,
But
that's
we
where the
have to
public
set
can
up-
say
yes.
something?
But we have to set ours in February prior to that annual meeting.
Okay, so the public can request
They could,
a
yes.
raise or request saying no or yes or whatever.
Yes, at the annual meeting. That's what the annual meeting is for. Okay, this is for November 2015 for Chippewa Township. There was one speeding ticket. Let's see, this is for the complaints. There's 3 breaking and entering complaints, 2 check well-being complaints, 1 civil dispute, 1 domestic, 4 follow-up calls, 1 inspection, 1 miscellaneous, 1 property damage accident, 1 suspicious situation, 9 traffic stops, 2 warrant arrests for a total of 26 for Chippewa Township. There was total complaints from Mecosta County of 856. And then in December, for Chippewa Township, there was 1 failure to report an accident, 1 insurance violation, 2 speeding tickets, 1 suspended revoked license violation for a total of 5 there. And then complaints, there was 1 animal complaint, 1 alarm, 1 area check, 2 breaking and enterings, 2 check well-beings, 2 found properties, 1 harassment, 1 miscellaneous, 1 parking, 9 property damage accidents, 1 prowler, 2 suspicious situations, 6 traffic stops, 1 trespassing, 1 warrant arrest for a total of 32 December 30th, 2015 application with seeks approval of its GCR plan and monthly GCR factors for a 12-month period. There will be a public hearing for the state of Michigan before the Michigan Public Service Commission for DTE Gas Company. This one will be held on Wednesday, February 10th at 9 a.m. in Lansing at the Public Service Commission building. The Michigan Public Service Commission will hold a public hearing to consider DTE Gas Company's December 30th, 2015 application for approval of a GCR plan, 5-year forecast, and monthly GCR factor for a 12-month period from April 1st, 2016 through March 31st, 2017. We also received notice from the Mecosta County Clerk's Office. You are being sent this notice as a current public service agency providing emergency services within Mecosta Consolidated Central Dispatch Authority 911 Service District. Please review the enclosed Mecosta County Resolution number 2015-16, tentative 9/11 plan amendment and administrative findings which amends the list of service suppliers currently facilitating emergency telephone calls from within the service district. What this resolution does is it gives any of those that are providing those services, which is Access Point Inc., ACN Communications, Alltel, AT&T, Bandwidth, Blanchard Telephone Company, Birch Telecom of Great Lakes, Bullseye Telecom, CenturyLink, CenturyTel, Charter Advance, Clear Rate Communications, Consumer Cellular, Frontier North, Granite Telecommunications, Great Call. There's about 20 more of those on here. It gives them an opportunity to opt out of our 911 system. We have the actual minutes from the January 15, 2016 library minutes, if anybody would like to see those. We did receive from Michigan Chloride Sales, LLC. Michigan Chloride Sales is pleased to offer, it says Ed Township, but they sent it to us, for the 2016 dust control season. We have a 26% mineral well brine, the same product that Isabella and Montcalm County uses for dust control on their roads. MCS has 28 spreader units, 6 storage units, and we haul 9,500 gallons of load. We will work with the county to schedule the date and time that you would like to have your roads sprayed. Michigan Chloride Sales has 4 wells and 14 million gallons of storage capacity to ensure that your roads are done on time. Our product is mineral well brine, not oil well brine. Our product has a calcium chloride content of upwards of 23% versus oil well brine at 7 to 10%. Consequently, our mineral will last much longer on the road. The price is 0.161 per gallon for continuous applications, which is 1,000 gallons per mile. 10 foot to 12 foot wide is $161 per mile. Currently with the county, we pay $100 per mile. It's done through the road commission. We received a copy of a letter that was sent to the Barrington District Library Board, and I know that they're going to be discussing it this month, so I'll just let you know. I can either read through the complete letter, but I gave you guys copies in your packet. It was from Mr. Norm Biaggi's in regards to his concerns with the library millage, and I know that they have said that they're going to be discussing that at their meeting this month.
They did not receive that until like the day prior to the last board meeting, so they wanted to give everybody on the board time to read it before they brought it back and discussed it.
did talk to her yesterday, she has just received all the paperwork and that, she hasn't had time to go through it, so she hasn't made a decision yet. She will contact us. I did recommend to her that if at all possible, if there could be a public hearing, that way any of the property owners could attend and give their feedback. So that's where it is right now, she's not made that determination, that was yesterday when I talked to her.
Do you have any idea timeline wise?
No,
How
she
long it's gonna take?
She said that it was open through yesterday, she was still taking any kind of complaints or if they were for it or whatever. So she said she had to close that out and then she would be reviewing all the paperwork and then deciding whether they will hold a public hearing or not, or whether they'll just make a determination to do it. But she said she would get back to me on the questions that I asked.
What's with, legislators?
We have, oh, here's that, let me back up here for a second, because here's what the questions were that I asked her, it was in with my, or the report for Chippewa Lake. I asked her, how will disturbed silt be contained so it does not move downstream of the project area, causing a silt buildup outside of the project area and into Chippewa Lake? Where is the exact location of the spoils to be placed, and how far is that from the channel and or any shoreline of Chippewa Lake? Is anything done to reduce the odor of the spoils? Will a retention pond on the north end of Burns Creek Channel be required to help with future silt buildup in the channel? Is there set dredging requirements that have to be met, and how can the township obtain a copy of it? And then the township board is aware of the problems that Mr. Powell is facing due to the silt buildup along his property, not allowing him access. However, we would like to be able to assure the other channel property owners will not be facing problems in their areas if the project is approved. The Chippewa Township Board feels that the public hearing might be advisable because of the concerns of the property owners further along the channel. The board is offering any assistance that we may provide for a hearing, meeting place notices, etc. Thank you for your consideration and assistance with our concerns. We have received the adjournment for the 2015 lake report for Chippewa Lake. We have it in the packets tonight, so if you want to look over this next month, I did give Brian a copy of it tonight. Brian, I'll email the rest of the weed advisory committee a copy of it too, so they have it. To look over.
Now, this data that she's collecting can be compared to the data that the weed advisory committee took. So we have,
That's why I want to write a copy of it to them to go through and take a look at. She did make some recommendations too. I've not read through it all the way yet.
Could I get a copy of that too, Julie? Thank you. Not hard copy,
I'll
electronic.
just give you this copy now because I've got it on my computer.
Thank you.
The advisory committee expects a report from the CLMP, should be in February, and then we'll put that information together and compare it to what Jennifer asked.
And then maybe we get together a meeting, or even if it's wherever you guys can pull together.
Yes,
To kind of go
absolutely.
over the information so we do have that.
Any other correspondence?
Well, I'm going to move that we place the 2015 Chippewa Lake report on the table for now until the advisory committee has a chance to read it over and compare it to the CLMP results that they did for their testing.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of minutes. While we're doing that, we're in a public comment.
Hang on before you start that, George, so I'm going to
George,
Yeah,
I was just curious, did the board send any feedback that they were asked to send some feedback if they had any to the Barrington Library District? Like, I mean, I sent a letter, but I was curious if you guys have any position or anything on the library issues?
We have not yet, Norm. I do have a couple questions that I sent to the Michigan Library Law in regards to time frame, because I know if we should decide to withdraw, it's got to go on a ballot proposal to our electorate. And then there's a certain time frame that you got to withdraw from before the millage renews. And so I'm trying to get those dates for the board
Now, is that when the village renews or when they put it on the ballot?
And that I don't know, that's why I'm trying to get clarification on
Because
it.
I don't think they
Because
even
as
know when
soon
they're gonna put it on the ballot.
The soonest that we would be able to get it on is if we did a special election in May. We'd have to do a special election for that. But then I don't know, time-wise, if one was done, if you still have, and I believe it's 6 months, if you still got that time to withdraw before, say if they did another proposal or a renewal proposal and it passed. Because we don't want, what could happen is, we could withdraw, but still have to pay the millage.
Correct.
And have no say in.
I know that.
Right.
Well, I don't want to shoot an arrow, but that's why I sent you guys that letter, in November, because I knew this was coming up, and, you know, we're in the 11th hour, and if you guys want to take a position, we need to do it fast. I mean, realistically, my guesstimate, I may be wrong, but the services we're getting is about the price of what they get in our penal fines every year. So basically, we could run that library with no millage to our residents and run the library the way it's being run right now for the same cost. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. So I
But the
really,
other thing is, Norm, when you're talking, you know, our little district, or our little branch library here, you know, the millage money supports the main branch plus this branch. And we still have to provide library services. Now, what that entails, you know, how much library services do you have to provide? Do you have to contract with another library, you know, to cover you if we were to withdraw? Because I know that's gotta be part of the withdrawal thing, is how are you gonna provide library services to your township?
well, I would think it'd be sufficient what you have right now, just add e-books. I'm not sure of the cost of that, but you've got the computers, the printers, all that set up, you know,
Well, it's
I
all
mean.
set up, but we don't own it all. I mean, I don't know how.
You also have to have a librarian on staff so many hours is what the library law told me.
I know
when
you
called
looked into
them.
it.
I don't know, I guess I'm just saying that it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys could look into all these details, because it looks apparent to me, I may be wrong, but till somebody puts something down on paper and says, what value are we really getting? Are we getting $55,000 worth a year of value? I'm not against libraries at all. I mean, I'm all for education and libraries, but I'm looking at value. I'm sorry, that's a business guy coming out of me, but, you know,
Well, that's
to
what we're
throw
trying
away
to-
$40,000 or $50,000 a year, we could be spending that money in parks and recreation.
Well, and that's what we're trying to work on right now, and trying to see if there's some way through the library, through their card system, to find out how many actually from the Chippewa area utilizes that library. And we have told Marcia that if she could get us a list even of just addresses, we can pretty much tell who's, you know, from which township, whether it's Fork or whether it's here.
Yeah, they told me they didn't have that data last, I talked to them 2-3 years ago, and as far as I know, we still don't have that data.
They have a list, but
So-
they
It
don't
says
have
they don't have it separated, but honestly, we've got different zip codes. I mean, if you just give us a list of the library patrons, we can go off the zip codes and figure it out
Well, I think we
ourselves.
have to go
She
off
just
more of the
hasn't.
street person than the zip codes, because we have people in our township that have the Barrington address with the zip code, but they're in our township.
Yeah.
Plus our Everett ones also, I mean, we have,
Rodney, Burton.
in Chippewa, so we've got 4 zip codes, so we'd have to go by the street address, which would be really easy to do against the tax
I don't
base.
think it would take that long though, once she got us that list to sit down and figure it out. And she's unfortunately been hesitant on giving us the list.
That's something to bring up at the meeting.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
General funds checks 11102 through 11127. 127. And EFTs,
Separate, is it?
no, it's all been included in the same thing. In the amount of $10,210.13. Sewer, checks 8849 through 8870. And EFTs in the amount of $17,019.31. And there was no expenditures